Thank you. Okay. Basically, I titled this Pre-post-mortem, how to learn from old unfinished projects and unfinishing them again, because, well, basically, even if you're a programmer, artist, or basically whatever area you work in that you consider something being a project, probably 90% of the projects are never going to get finished. They're like test ideas, concepts, or just trying to learn something, and this is basically my experience with them. Now, if somebody is in a rush of like, oh, can you do it like fast, this is going to be like an hour talk or a 15-minute talk, should you redo old projects? Yes, you can go now. But now if you have time, what do a train, kitchen, and a lighthouse have in common? That is a question that will be answered at the end. I promise it's going to be okay. Not great, but okay. What is the answer you get when talking about revisiting old projects? Usually, when you talk about revisiting old projects, the first answer is, don't. Start from scratch. But always the question is, why? Why shouldn't you restart or redo or finish old projects? Well, it's time consuming. No matter if it's a month, half a year, 2 years, even 10, you'll always learn something new, and just going back to the old projects and trying to fix it up, it's just going to take a long time to do. Well, let's say maybe it takes an hour to make it, it's going to take 2 hours to fix it. That's just how it goes, because you're probably going to rework, rewrite, redo, retexture everything. You can do better. And this is one of those main points of interest, like, you can do better. Why would you want to redo an old project if you can do it better? Well, there are reasons. And in the end, files are most likely unorganized. In old projects, you have your folder like model, prop, final 5, final 6, prop again. And then in all those projects, you got like another 200 million thousand props named various random things, textures, codes, PDFs. Everything is just non-organized, and it just takes time to organize it. There's a lot of more reasons for not starting the project. But let's start from the beginning. So, this talk was brought to my attention, or the idea of this talk was brought to me from this picture. This is the thing that started it all. It's a train scene from a video game called That's You. On first glance, it's nothing important, but how I got to this picture is interesting. Basically, it was one day we were having fun at a friend's house, we're just playing games, drinking, just like chill weekend, and this scene came on. This scene with the train. I have no idea why, but I fell in love with this scene in particular. And the first thing I did when I woke up the next day with a headache and everything, I was like, I want to remake this. Why? I don't know, I just want to remake it. I just feel like I want to make it. It's cozy, it's nice, it's interesting. But what's the story about this? There's no story in the game. It's basically just a multiplayer game where you meet or learn from your friends. And there's no story within it. It's just a nice looking environment. So the story. 2 women traveling, set in 1940s, travel Europe, maybe a ski trip, sky trip. Cool. That was my idea for a story. So I'm gonna put in all of these story elements into this environment, but with my own twist. These are all the other renders from the game. You don't see any of them. You basically just see the first one. These are all just bonus shots the developers have on their art station, which the developers now are gone and dead. And here we have our first prop. This is a suitcase, which took me 2 weeks to make. Working 1 to 2 hours every day, just 2 weeks to make this. Does this look like it's worth its time? I don't think so. Whoops. So, as I said, 1 to 2 hours a day on weekdays, 10 hours during the weekend, streaming, and I was already getting tired the first 2 weeks. I was getting bored. I was not motivated. Basically, I was just working on details, all the fine details, things nobody would ever see except me, and I just felt good making those details. As a prop itself, it should have ended there. It's a prop, I finished it, posted, done. No, I instead decided to finish the entire scene. The sad part is I didn't finish it. This is what came of the scene. Can we turn off the light? I like how the heads just went in one direction. Can you even see this?
No.
I can't. Thank you. Basically, this is the scene. There's like seating panes, the luggage, a radio, table, walls, fan, beds. Nothing special, but what is special about this, it took 2 to 3 months to make. This was way too big for my experience. I simply gave myself too much work with no clear goal or plan. I just wanted to remake this, but I didn't know how to make it, so I was just remaking it, like piece by piece, so it could be exactly how it is in the render. I wanted to do this in Unreal despite having 0 experience. Now, I wanted Unreal. I didn't use Unreal, I used Marmoset. I used software that was not meant for this kind of visualizations. So there was problem number 2. I wanted to make it interactive. I want things to jiggle around, some weather, sparkles, particles. Again, things that are not possible in Marmoset. But I just didn't know how to use Unreal. Same problem regarding experience. Focusing too much on detail, nobody will notice, except me. Again, the suitcases were, you could look at them 360 degrees, they're all finished. The chairs, the beds, everything was made meticulously to be accurate as it is physically possible. A waste of time because you don't see this. Retopology. There was no need for retopology besides practice and it just being a render. I spent so much time just doing topology on these things, and it's the same. The entire scene, I think, is about a few thousand polygons. It's nothing special, but originally it was about a few 100,000. And the question comes, where did those 100,000 polygons come from? Why did we use so many polygons? I don't know. Every texture was 4K, which is already a no-no. So 2K would be more than enough for about a quarter of the project, yet each prop, the radio, the ashtray, the cigarette, the bottle, the book, all of them were 4K. It's like, I want it to look good. And I didn't take anything into consideration as in performance. As you can read, I had 18 props, 18 4K textures times 3 or 4. So basically, color, roughness, metal, ambient, occlusion, and normal. That is a lot of textures for something that is like, this is just overkill. And it reached about 17 gigabytes for one room, and GTA 5 is 65 gigabytes in size. So that puts you in a perspective of how much texture space and polygons I wasted with this. Using the wrong tools. Since it didn't work with Unreal, as I said, I wanted to use Marmoset, but that's a program for visualizations, for, let's say, making finalized renders that you can put on ArtStation, just like, let's say, small props, let's say maybe 2, 3, 4K textures, not 18. My computer couldn't handle it. So, and basically, the entire thing was 72,000 pixels. The other thing was this. This highlights all the details I missed in my first attempt. Basically, I was trying to do the seats, the floor, the doors, everything in so much detail. I never noticed the small details. I didn't notice the newspaper that it had French. I didn't notice the teapot, the pet box, the thing on the bottom. The image on the window, it's like a desert. They're like camels, physically unusable beds. Like, how can you reach it? And the rest also explains this is a very Arabic-themed environment. I wanted to make it a snow theme, yet I started from scratch with an Arabic theme without even knowing it. Problem number one, or let's say the biggest problem. So, a few months ago I decided, let's redo this. This is the final unfinished render of my work. It is in Unreal. Yet again, there are a few issues. The shading, it doesn't look good. I still didn't know how to shade. I knew how to model. I knew how to retouple this. But still, it didn't look good. I didn't prep it for texturing properly because, I was just making things and reusing old assets. This took 2 to 3 months to work on. Again, similar amount of time. But again, we're at the same point. This is too big for me. I simply didn't have enough experience to work with it. I wanted to do Unreal, I'm having 0 experience. And here's where I wasted most of the time. Like, I think a month and a half I wasted trying to get it to work in Unreal, fixing one thing, exporting, fixing, exporting, fixing, exporting. And I streamed it all. If you want, you can watch it, or at least you could watch it. I don't think you can watch it anymore. Of the frustration that I felt working on this in the last month and a half. But the first few, let's say, stream sessions, you can see my face and how I reacted to my old props, the topology, the modeling, and everything, how I couldn't understand how or why I did those decisions. That project at that time was a 1.5 years old. But the positives, 1.5 months of work, but I got more done in less time. I streamed 4 times a week, 1.5 to 2.5 hours on average. So 30 to 60 hours. So basically, I streamed half the time I used for streaming this was basically you took half the time to make the suitcase, and then let's say twice the amount of time to make the suitcase. I made the entire scene. So basically, I learned something. I got a huge improvement in my skills. Workflow improvement. I got better than Unreal. Dropping Photoshop and markers if those are necessary. So already I'm improving. The entire scene now was 7 gigs instead of 17. Well, now everything was 2K instead of 4K. It's better, but not much. So what now? I wanted to learn Unreal, make something I know and I'm comfortable with. Only necessary topology and textures are not a must-have. Because these days, textures are kind of like you have to have them. If you don't have textures, nobody will see your model, nobody will pay attention to you. That is some bullshit. Because if you have a bad texture on a good model, it's just like you did nothing. You made your product worse. It's like making a game. The base is good, but then you add features that just don't work. So what is the thing that I am comfortable with, that I see every day? What could I possibly model? My kitchen. This is my 1.5 meter wide kitchen. I see it every day, multiple times. So why not? These are other reference photos. The sink, the front view, the top view, again, the front view, the in-depth view of the sink, it's very clean. So I decided, let's do this. In about a few weeks, this was done. It was done in detail, 1-to-1 scale, everything. The top spices, the stove, the wall sockets, the window, the drawers, everything. It was done 1-to-1 scale. You can tell it is the same thing. I spent a lot of time with this. And I'm very proud of this. Again, it was all streamed. My frustration was obvious. But what have I learned? A little bit of Unreal. The thing I set out to do, I learned a little bit, and that is good enough. Retouple only where it's needed. Basically, the entire thing was done with in mind that I try to do almost zero retopos, basically reduced polygons. Everything except, let's say, the stove was completely retopologized, but everything else was basically 1 loop, 2 loops, done, no retopo needed. Optimization. 44 hours to make it, 2 to 3 weeks. Again, streaming every day, 2 to 3 hours. That was a massive improvement. I got it done the first time, and I was very, very happy with it. 0 textures were involved except AO and normal. So of course, you can see the details of the bakes. How to make it look okay. It's not perfect, it's not amazing, it's just really okay. I can go forward with it, I can stop it, and I'll be happy with it. But again, it is a project that I decided to drop. Is it finished? Yes, but no. I could upgrade it more, but I won't. Baking multiple props at once. In 3D, you kind of want to optimize every scene and then make more props, put more props into one texture and just optimize the, draw calls and so on. And here I basically learned how to use that. I put like 4 to 5 props in one texture, optimize it, and basically the end scene brings us to the next question, texture optimization. It is 2 4K textures, the entire thing, or 3. Let's say 3 to be safe. The walls are 1, half the kitchen is the other 4K, and the rest of the other third of the kitchen is the other third. Basically optimized to oblivion for 3 textures, perfect. Also, people like kitchens being made. For some reason, when I was making this kitchen, that's when I got the most views on Twitch. I have no idea why, but also I got my first donations. A win-win. So what is next? So this was something I was thinking, this was finished last week, or something along that line. I was thinking like, what should I do next? Like, I learned Unreal enough. I know what I want with my topology. I know how I want to do particles. What can I do next? Then I just started Googling pictures. And I found this one. It's a lighthouse. I've been fascinated with lighthouses quite a long time because it's just interesting. There's very little technology in it. It's basically light, glass, concrete, metal, wood. It's just basic, but there's so much variation in lighthouses. And literally 3 hours ago, I got to this. It is not finished. It is far from finished, but it's something I've been working on the last 3 days. Bless you. So, what have I learned from this project that I have yet to finish, but will finish in the next week? More Unreal knowledge. I've learned so much about it. Efficient retopo. Everything I did was made with topo in mind. Again, 1 to 2 loop cuts, that's it. This project has been worked on for about 21 hours in the last 3 to 4 days. I did 7 hours of streaming each day. Baking optimized. It's only 2 textures, each is 4K, so it's getting better and better. Folder structure. My folder structures before were horrible, but now, even if I give any one of you my folders, you'll know exactly where all the props are located and what they're used for. Modular modeling. Basically, half of this thing is modular. Is there a laser? Yeah. One of these things was made, the rest are duplicates. The fence, one was made, duplicates. This wall here, duplicates. Fence here, duplicates. Window, duplicates. Roof, one section is made, duplicates. It's all duplicated. Optimization, it's important. And seeing that this is 4K, it's basically twice as optimized as anything else that I did before. So again, we come to the question. What do a train, kitchen, and lighthouse have in common? Without one, the others would not have existed. So, my final thought. Redo an old project. Fix it, add something to it, and learn from it. Don't think about what others say, just do it. That's it for me. Thank you. any questions.
Just listening.
How much time did you spend on terrain on the lighthouse thing?
The what?
The terrain in the background in the lighthouse?
That's just a prop I got from the Windows store. Also, that is very important. If there's something you can buy that you need, buy it. It's a lot faster. It's like, what, 10 euros? Cool, so that's about an hour of my work time, but worth it. Also textures. I think we're enough for today.
One question from me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, what would you say, like, any advice for developers? Or like maybe, what would developer learn from your talk? Like any key acknowledgements?
Same as everything. Take an old project, redo it, fix it, adapt it. You're going to learn a lot more than starting from scratch. Or at least you'll understand the project better. It's basically the same thing as joining a different project which you have no experience with. You look at a code and like, why is this done this way? And then you research it, and then you either fix it or adapt to it. This is the exact same way. The Shrink project in the beginning, basically I had everything modeled, but 90% of things I had to redo just because it's more efficient than reusing what I had. So that's where I learned what to reuse, what to redo, and what to fix. But mostly it was just fixed.
Because of in my experience, like, I refactored like some old legacy code like recently, and I was like thinking, should I adopt it? Should I hack fix it, like, and try to understand it, or should I do it myself? And at least I want either like to do it from scratch because I know what it does, what it will do, and like it's like more documented, like more than like something that like rush this feature in and do it, and then to like hack on this feature like even more, and then when somebody else would like look after my code, like what the fuck did that guy do, like and so because and sometimes like easier to start all over again than to like put more on top legacy, and then like just nobody can understand like what did you do like a few years ago. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's a case-by-case basis. Things, sometimes it's better to adapt, sometimes it's better to fix, or just start from scratch.
What program did you use for the 3D assets? Blender?
Just Blender.
Any reason why not Maya?
Fuck Maya.
Thanks.
I just don't like Maya. It's too expensive for what it is. It's not good. It's not that better. I'd rather use 3D code.
That's it.
What would you give? What advice would you give to someone who has a pipeline of projects and doesn't know how to choose which one to start, and how to even start a project?
Choose. That's it. That's it. What do you want to eat tomorrow? Why do you ask me? What do you want to eat? Do you want a kebab? I don't want a kebab. Do you want a burger? Yeah, a burger. It's not my choice, it's your choice. And if you're going to get paid for those things, you better make a good one. There's no easy way about doing that. You just have to learn from experience what to choose, when to choose it, and how to go about doing it.
So how about using like old measures for new projects?
Sure, if it's a good mesh, use it. If it's a bad mesh, redo it. As I said, the train, it was remade 90%. So I redid most of it because I had to. There was no reason to use the old meshes, or at least not in the state that they were. Even on my ArtStation, you can look at my old projects and you can see the mistakes just by going to the 3D view of the render. Yeah, in the 3D view, you can literally go on each prop. You can see all the mistakes that are there. In the beginning, I didn't notice them. Later on, or let's say A month and a half ago, I noticed each and every one of those mistakes, and I'm embarrassed that the project is still on. Any questions? Keeps coming and coming.
Wouldn't you say though, like if you said that 90% of the project was completely new, that that's essentially just starting fresh with the knowledge that you previously gained from the project?
The thing is, I reused the textures, I reused the concept, I reused the composition. So a new project starts whenever you think it starts. It is technically a new project that I started. I just used the skeleton of the old one. So in a sense, yeah, it is an old project that is based on an old project. It's just semantics at this point.
I suppose.
One more question for me. Do you like what do you prefer, like renders from game or like actual like real photos that you, I guess, take or you research or to get your inspiration or like?
Depends on what you're doing. For the lighthouses, I basically got one concept art that I later on realized were from Aquaman, the lighthouse thing, I guess. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know, but all the other references were just real lighthouses. And for the train, I just used those 6 renders as the baseline. All the other concepts were basically just photos, concepts from 1950s train, 1940s, and it's just a mashup of everything. Like take one thing that you need, take one thing that you like, and just put it together. Inspiration can come from all places.
Also, if you do like a work project, would you also like maybe if you would go on the set and shoot the photos, or would you just rather like research some photos online and so
Both. If it's easier to get them live, I'll get them live. But most of the time, you don't really have, or you can't really get them. Like you can't really take a photo of them. That's Lamborghini. You're just like, no. It's better if I just go on Pinterest or something to find it.
I just like, I'm wondering, for example, like when you worked on Interbook, like did you like had like pictures of roulettes, like
I had to go make them.
I had to make them and, like from your
No, I just went to the workshop and took a picture of a roulette.